Hi everyone, I'm back, and this time I have another fun tag video for you guys. This tag was started by Cassie and I was tagged by my beautiful friend Amy. Thank you, Amy, for tagging me. I love doing these videos. This video is the 5 luxury items that you would save if you were ever caught in an ugly situation. That being, a fire, a tornado, a flood, or something going on in your home that you would have to evacuate. What 5 items would you run and get if you had a little bit of time to go and do so? If you are interested in finding out what 5 items I would grab, just stay tuned. First of all, I do want to say that let's hope and pray to God that neither one of us are ever caught in an ugly situation like that. But I do want to say that this is a fun video and it's all in good fun. I think that this is a serious matter, and if you were ever, caught in an ugly situation that, you would have to evacuate your home, I personally wouldn't even think of my handbags. I think that the first thing I think of was, the family, my son, Carlos, the cats, maybe my kids' baby pictures, my daughter if she were in the home at the time, my loved ones. It would definitely be my loved ones first, and then important documents, things that are hard to replace. That would be the first thing I would think of. I mean, I don't think you would think of, material things, and unless you have a little bit more time on your hands. But that I just wanted to make that clear, because I don't want anybody to think that that I would run in and grab stuff that isn't important, because luxury items are that, luxury items, and they can be replaced. So you would think of things that were important. I have a picture, a photograph of my grandmother that has passed away, and it belonged to her, and it is very special to me. And that would be something that I would run and grab. And other important things, that are far more important than my handbags. But anyway, that being said, if Carlos said, you have 5 more minutes to run in the house, and I have room for 5 of your items in this pickup before we run and get out of here, these are the 5 items that I would run and grab. I think in these situations, you would run and grab things that, I have so many handbags and they're all special to me, and I say that all the time. They all have a special meaning. But I think if I could only grab 5 and I could only save 5 of them, I would kind of think of the bags that either are hard to replace or they have some kind of sentimental value to me. The very first bag that I think I would run and grab would be my very, very, very first handbag that I purchased that was expensive. I mean, I remember when I bought this bag, I had no idea what the fuss and craze was about. But when I saw on QVC that they said these bags were $400 and they were selling out, I couldn't believe it until Lisa Robertson talked me into buying one. And I did, and I didn't even get it out of the box. I smelt that Florentine leather, and that was it. And it was the beginning of an addiction that I don't know if it's ugly or not, but it's there and it's inevitable, and this is it. This is my very first expensive handbag, and it is very special to me. It has a very sentimental value to me. It has a lot of sentimental value to me. It is my Florentine medium satchel in the color natural. This was the very first bag that I purchased that cost me a pretty penny, and I think this could be replaced. They do have these bags, but I could never have this one again. And this one has a lot of pebbling, which I know a lot of people hate, but it doesn't bother me, and it just reminds me of the time when I first purchased my very expensive handbag, and I thought $400 was like super expensive and too much money to spend on a handbag, but it was the beginning of an addiction. And this would be it. I would run and grab this really quick. The second bag that I would run in and get would be my Holy Grail bag, and that would be my classic flap Chanel handbag in the vintage, in the caviar leather. That is a lot of words, and I always like mess up saying that, but this would be it. And the reason I would choose this, I haven't had this bag very long, but it is very hard to get a hold of. It is the jumbo size, it is vintage, and it is in the caviar leather. And I got it at a pretty good price, or I think it was pretty good, because I had seen some others and they were priced very, very high. So I think if I was to find another one, it would be priced like over the moon. So this one is in absolutely great condition. It's beautiful, and I would run and get this one for sure, because I know that I would miss her, and this would be a little harder to replace. The third bag that I would run in and get looks kind of almost identical to the one I just showed you, but this is my maxi vintage Chanel in the lambskin leather. This is another one that, this one's a little bit more accessible, but I think the deal with this one is that every time it took me a long time to find one in this good condition at the price that I paid. So it wasn't that expensive, and the condition of the bag was absolutely great for it being a vintage bag. I don't know what year this was made, but I'm assuming sometime in the 90s. And you know, so this one's in absolutely great condition, and it was priced very good. So now I think they're more expensive, and a lot of times when you do find one, it's in kind of bad shape, so they're harder to find. So I would definitely pick bags that are, you know, hard to get, or a little bit more difficult to accessibility to them, I should say. But this would be, what is this, my third pick. The next bag that I would run and get would be my Louis Vuitton Steven Sprouse Speedy in the size 30. This is a limited edition bag, so this is another one that is a lot more expensive now. So I don't remember what the retail price was on this, but I know that now they go for like 2,000 plus. So I would definitely want to save this one, because when I bought it, it was in excellent condition, and it still is. I take care of my vaqueta extremely well. I'm really careful, and you know, it doesn't mean it's never going to happen, but I know the bags that I have seen priced at $2,000 or even over $2,000 have really dark handles and really dirty, have pin marks on the inside, are really, really dirty. This one's immaculate and in excellent condition. So, and it's very special to me. I love the limited edition Louis Vuitton Speedy bags, but this is absolutely my favorite. It is the Steven Sprouse Roses collection, and I love this bag. So I would definitely grab this one before we left if Carlos gave me the chance to go and grab it. My fifth bag that I would run in and save, if I was running out of time, I would look for my Pochette Metis, because this is another one that's getting harder to find and getting extremely expensive. And this one is in excellent condition. I have had absolutely no issues with mine. Whenever I heard about all the issues going on with all the Pochette Metis bags, they said, you know, I don't remember the time frame, but it was a certain year to a certain year. I remember I came and checked mine immediately. Mine did not fit in that time frame, so mine was one of the safe bags, and I have checked it over and over and over. There's absolutely no cracking on the glazing, no nothing going on with it. My strap and on my vaquera is absolutely immaculate. So I know these bags are getting really hard to find. They will not put you on a waiting list anymore for these. And you have to just kind of go to the pre-love market, or you have to just be lucky to get on the LV site and find one, or go into a store and be lucky enough that they have one inside. And I know that because I did call the LV store. I don't live near a Louis Vuitton, but I did call the 800 number, and I wanted to get on the list for the reverse monogram, and I was unable to because they said they weren't putting anybody on any wait lists anymore. So I had to just kind of either be real lucky, or I had to go on the pre-love market, which they are like way over. I think I saw one for $2,900 the other day, which is absolutely ridiculous. I paid retail for mine, and she's absolutely beautiful, and I love her, and I would definitely run out and grab this one, and I'd save her too. Well, you guys, that concludes my 5 luxury items that I would save if I was ever forced to do so. The reason I did choose 5 bags, I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but I did want to pick some other things, like I had some shoes and some earrings, some jewelry that, you know, have sentimental value, that are important to me, that I consider luxury, that I would run and get. But since my channel is pretty much not 100%, but almost all based on handbags, I wanted to pick the 5 handbags that I would choose in this situation. I will be tagging some of my friends down in the description box below. If I do not tag you and you want to do this tag, please feel free to do so and let me know so that I can come and watch your video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tagging me, Amy, and we will see you again soon. Goodbye.